Oh my God.
They say, okay, you guys can get off and stretch your legs and hang out in the airport for an hour before you have to get back on the plane. I grab my suitcase. I prance past these gate agents and I say, see you later. I'll be staying here in Indianapolis. I'm not coming back. You can give my seat to someone in coach. And they say, okay. And so
didn't care at all.
Didn't care at all. I grab all my stuff. Like, I thought they would be like, oh, are you going on an adventure? Wow, how adventurous of you. How spontaneous.
Why would they ask you that? They don't give a shit. They're trying to get this plane to Chicago, bud.
I'm going to hit record just in case we say anything funny. I don't think so.
I don't think I have the juice. I don't have the juice today.
I can.
And that's the text me back guarantee, which is, it could be bad. We don't know. We never know.
It's never bad, Megan.
It's never bad, Megan.
Welcome to Text Me Back, the only podcast. I'm your host, Lindy West.
And with her, as always, is Garth. No, I'm Megan Hatcher-Mays. I also host Text Me Back podcast. The only podcast, they say.
Megan, I got new glasses again.
I see that. You've noticed I've said nothing about them.
But listen, don't worry, because you already have been dethroned as the person giving me a complex about my glasses the most.
Great, because the last time I didn't even have to say anything.
I understand it. You were falsely accused. I get it. This time, because I'm in search of ever bigger and rounder glasses, and I'm not even quite where I want to be yet. But
and why is that?
I don't know. I just something in my heart is calling me. Hence, hither and thither.
Iris Apfel's ghost.
I got these ones, and if you're listening audially, they're just big and round.
Yeah,
perfect circles. They're tortoiseshell, two perfect circles.
Yeah,
and I have another pair that's almost perfect circles that are black and a little bit less chonky. These are chonky. They're tortoiseshell. They're perfectly round.
Yes,
I put them on yesterday. I said, "Aham! Look at my new glasses." He said, "Cute." Then I said, I did something weird. Like I made like a weird face and I did like a stupid little dance. He said, well, now don't do that.
Well,
that makes
I agree.
That makes you look like a minion.
Damn.
So, Megan, now
so those are going in the garb. Or are we good?
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
We're good because then I stopped making a weird face and then I immediately started doing it more
and worse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
doing an impression of a minion. And he said, don't do that. And then I stopped. And then he said, see, now you look pretty. And I said, thank you. So like, I also got the approval of the glasses when I'm not doing the minion directly, aggressively.
Right. Good.
Then I had to do an interview for my book tour, which is starting to happen for my book launch. I go to get on the Zoom or on the Riverside actually. And
look at her.
I know I'm cheating on our Riverside with a different Riverside. And I think to myself, well, at least now I'm a minion and I'm finally beating the Waldo allegations.
The Waldo allegations. Yes. You're out of your Waldo era and into your minion era. Yes.
My camera pops on. I see myself. I'm wearing a red and white.
Oh, you are. Oh my God. I didn't even notice.
No, but you don't even know. This isn't it. I was wearing this is yesterday. I immediately run to get a sweater. I come today. I think, I'm going to tell Megan this hilarious story about this bungle I did yesterday. Not only to read again, I done it again with a different shirt, Megan.
It's like What's the opposite of beating the allegations? You're confessing. You're at the station talking about where's the lieutenant? I want to confess some more to some crimes I didn't even commit.
I wasn't even a person of interest, and I've turned myself in.
You're the guy in the Dateline episodes who's always calling the police for an update, and finally the police are like, "Yeah, did you do it?" And you're like, "Yeah, I wanted to get caught."
I'm on the news at 10. I'm saying, wow, it's so crazy that my neighbor got murdered. I can't imagine who would have killed my hot, sexy neighbor.
Somehow you're always at the scene of the crime, just ahead of the police. So weird.
Yeah,
it's like the arsonist likes to stay and watch the building burn. That's you.
So if you're wondering, where's Waldo? She's down at the station, turning herself in.
She's down at the station, confessing to multiple felonies. Wow. Ooh, that made me laugh so much. Lindy. Oh, you got me good, girl. Oh, you got me good, gal. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I just love you so much. I love it when you are like you're flying on like all Lindy cylinders. And what you just told me is like, Lindy hit the nos and just fucking slam it jammed across the finish line. That was beautiful. That was everything I want out of a Lindy story. It was sensational.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, I have another little mini Lindy moment for you. And I'm calling it a Lindy Surprise Micro segment.
Oh.
One moment.
Crazy lady living in the bag.
All right. So I realize that sometimes there are things that I say to myself mentally that are like a little tick. And the last time I told you one of these, it made you laugh. And I realized I have another one today, and I'm going to tell it, see if it makes you laugh. So the one I'm referring to before is how when I'm tired and then I get to go to bed, I think in my head, switching my mind back into sleep mode. Or like
that one was really good.
Or if I'm going to turn my phone off, switching my phone back into sleep mode, whatever. So I realized today that I have another one. And now I don't think this is going to be a song that you like as much as that song. So the reference might not be there, but I think that the sentiment will still tickle you. I had a realization as we're getting ready to record, because backstory, my book is coming out soon. And so I'm starting to have a lot of things to do at the same time. I don't like that.
No.
I'm already losing it. I've been in meetings and interviews all day today, Megan, and I don't like it. And I had to do it yesterday too. And they're saying, in addition to that, I have to do all my regular stuff that I already have to do. And now I have to do all this other stuff. And I have to remember things, and I have to make decisions. Hello? So
police, I'm already here at the station. Can you investigate this?
So there's this. I'm already here at the station.
I have a crime I want to tell you about. I am the real victim.
It's a real Dan Bongino day for me, Megan. What is this?
I haven't seen my wife in 14 days. They have me working 6 hours a day.
Megan,
I have to sleep in the office.
I set my alarm for 8 a.m. today, Megan, and then I got up, and then I ate a healthy breakfast, and then I exercised, and then I started work. Because I'm trying to keep myself alive during, I don't know, Megan, it's horrible stuff.
Dude, well, we can talk about this just one really quick, because we're going to have a tidings where we discuss various aspects of this snowstorm. But one aspect of it for me is I can't fucking go anywhere because like the city just plowed everybody in. So it's like you can drive on the streets are clear, but nobody's car is clear. So you can't actually go anywhere. And I did dig my car out, but even if I were to go somewhere, I can't park my car anywhere.
Right.
Which means I can't go to the gym, which means my plan to get swole for the revolution, which is upon us, is being hindered significantly. And I think I'm going to have to double, triple my reps when I'm back in the gym next week, dude. It's going to be crazy. Please continue.
Wow. Get ready.
Yeah, my rep of 1 15-pound weight.
Okay,
going to be insane.
I think you might relate to this new song I'm going to drop.
New
right
attitude.
Yeah. So there's a part in Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I don't know if you have any relationship with that at all. But
do I?
Oh, well, we should talk about that because I don't know.
Yeah, we should talk about that. Yeah.
But there's this part where I believe it's Dr. Frankenfurter goes,
You be a strong man.
You need a strong man. And then I just realized this morning as I was like finishing my third meeting of the day leading into recording this podcast that in my head over and over and over and over on a loop, I was going, I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a bad mood. Over and over. And I was just saying that. And I was like, oh, I hope Meagan can't tell that I'm in a bad mood. I find it helpful for me. It puts my bad mood in the voice of a beloved character, I guess.
I love that.
Much as I let Warren G tell me about sleep mode, you know?
That's
so
good.
I just don't, I'm wondering, Nate Dogg, that's what I meant. Excuse me.
I know that you knew and it was just a misspeak, but I just want our listeners to know that we know.
I need them to know that I know specifically.
Yes.
And in fact, Meagan and I used to have a whole bit that we would do about Nate Dogg, Rest in Power King. But anyway, I'm wondering what you think about I'm in a bad mood.
It's funny and I really like it. And it's weird that we've never talked about Rocky Horror before.
Yeah, it is weird.
That's never come up in our friendship. Basically, my relationship with it is my parents had the soundtrack on vinyl. And I first was made aware of one of the songs, Time Warp, of course, because my parents made this Halloween mixtape in like 1987 that banged so hard that we listened to it in the car all the time. And I can't remember all the songs that were on it, but definitely that Twilight Zone song was on it. If you guys, here in the twilight. Here in the Twilight Zone. It was like so spooky. It's such a good song. I don't know that even song. Know who sings it. It's so good. And there's like a funky part where it's like, and it's like, oh my God, we are in the twilight. Like, what is happening? Anyway, and Time Warp was on that tape along with the Blue Moon song, because it's about a werewolf, etc., etc. I think I have the tape somewhere, but I have no way to play it.
Meagan, we should recreate the playlist. We should make it into a playlist for our listeners.
I should try. If I can find a tape player. Yeah. Well, first I have to find the tape. But then if I can find a tape player, I will play it and write down all the songs and make it into a thing. Anyway, so that's how I've discovered Time Warp. Then my parents are like, it's from a movie, but you can't watch it because you're 9.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, okay, but they let me listen to the soundtrack. And so that's, I think, really how I learned how to use the record player.
Oh.
So, and they had a limited edition, like photo vinyl of like the mouth on the vinyl.
Yeah.
And I played that shit out and I didn't have any relationship to the movie at all. I just knew all the songs and thought it was really funny. So I didn't see the movie and I think until I was maybe even in college. Like I just never got around to seeing the movie, but I really like the songs. Then a few years ago, I used to go to Orange Theory all the time, which, by the way, great gym. I just don't go there anymore. Not for any negative reasons. Highly, highly recommend.
Yep.
If anyone's looking for a swole revolution place to work out. Anyways, they had like a Halloween themed class and they're playing Time Warp. And the coach came up to me and was like, you strike me as somebody who actually knows how to do the Time Warp dance. And I was like, Coach Gabby, that to me is the greatest compliment I have ever received. And in fact, I will show you how to do it right now.
That's right.
Because I have been practicing since I was 9.
Arguably, it tells you how to do it in the song.
It does tell you how to do it, but I don't think she'd ever seen it visually. So I was like, it's just a jump to the left. Okay, it's very easy. Yeah. Anyway, but it was a wonderful, I liked being perceived as someone with the vibe of knowing things about Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know what I've never done though? I've never gone to like a midnight showing. I've never did that.
Me neither.
And maybe one day I will.
Yeah, maybe we'll go together. Seems
Perhaps.
Fun. I had kind of the same experience where we had it on VHS I remember that Leah had the CD of the stage show. And so we would listen to that. And then I was like, what is this? And I think also the Time Warp was my entry point because I was like, it's just a fun song. And then I was like, what is this? And then I was like, this seems bad. And I'm not supposed to watch it. So then I was like,
naughty.
Yeah. So then I was like, of course I'm going to watch it now. And then grew to love it. And then got the soundtrack myself of the movie and absolutely like wore it out.
Yeah.
And those songs are so good.
They're so good.
So anyway, I can't believe we never talked about this. I love it.
It's such a good thing.
It makes me laugh. It makes me cry. It makes me cry at the end.
I have a feeling that the Text Me Backalites know what the fuck is up vis-a-vis Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Anyway, if any of you want to use my catchphrase, I'm in a bad mood, you have my blessing. And honestly, talking about it has cured my bad mood.
Yeah, you got it out. You got the brainworm out. Well, not the brainworm. She's still there. She's always there.
And that's
Crazy lady living in a bag.
Amazing. Should we tide?
Yeah, let's tide.
Wow. Beautiful.
Wow.
Shall I begin, or would you like to begin?
I think I just talked for a while, so I think it's your turn to talk.
Okay, I'll talk a little bit. Listen, the East Coast has been absolutely freaking slamma-jammed by a snowstorm, everyone. And here's the thing. It's not, if it was just snow, I could carry on my life without mentioning it to you. Because big whoop, snow. We've all seen it. What happened here is it snowed for many hours, and then it stopped snowing. And then for 3 more hours, the sky dumped ice pellets that encased the snow in an impenetrable, icy shell. Okay. And so it's not actually possible to shovel whatever this mixture is. And at one point, my building ran out of salt, and I tried to order more salt, and I'm still waiting for an order that is never going to come. And by the way, now I don't need it because somehow the city got a bunch of salt, and then we had to go pick up the salt from like a public salt dispensary place by Howard University. And the National Guard was there filling up people's buckets with salt. And I was like, well, I guess that's better than the alternative, which is you guys patrolling my local subways and arresting people that you don't like. But
keep those hands busy.
Whatever, dude. So that's where we got more salt, because you got to melt it. There's no way to shovel it until you melt it down. And so, like I said before, the plows come by to clear the roads, and they just plow everybody into their spot. So my husband and I spent probably like 3 hours per car digging the cars out, because you have to like chip it like an ice pick first before you can shovel it. It took hours to do this.
What a nightmare. How's Adam?
It's horrible.
How's Adam getting to work?
He dug his car out. And so let me tell you what happened. So he dug my car out, and we were just using my car. But I can't go anywhere. Like I said, everywhere I go is like usually street parking, and no one else anywhere else has dug out their cars. Like, for example, my gym is in, a pretty dense part of the city, but it's all residential. So there's no parking garages where I go. And so I typically rely on street parking. All of the people that live in this neighborhood live in apartment buildings, so they don't even have a shovel to dig their car out, So basically what's happened here is there's nothing that can be done until it melts. But the problem is that it's been sub-freezing for 10 days. So nothing is melting. And it's not going to be warm enough to melt anything until next Tuesday. So it's like another 7 days of this. It's so horrible. Anyway, so Adam dug his car out, and then I had this realization. Oh my God. So what happens if someone takes Adam's spot?
Oh my God.
Or someone takes my spot while he's gone. What would we do? Because there's nowhere else to park. Nobody's going anywhere. Okay, like this is such a disaster. And here's who I've become in the last 7 days. I've become crazy parking wars lady. Crazy East Coast parking wars lady. Okay, here's what happened. Somebody abandoned a cone. DC Water, for some reason, put down a cone somewhere and just left it. I don't know why. It got frozen into what they're calling snowcrete. Okay. That's what they're calling it. I pickaxed it. I pickaxed the cone out of its encasement.
Wow.
Okay. To use it as a space saver.
Right.
So that when we leave, we put in the cone. Okay. And then we leave and then we come back. We got to move the cone and then we can park in our spot. Can you imagine being that insane? I feel insane doing this, but it's like, because I am not one of those crazy people who's like, oh, don't park in front of my house.
Right.
Don't park. It's like, oh, this side of the street is my spot. It's like, if it's a public spot, anybody can park there. That's the whole point. This is different.
Yeah. Your family is at risk.
Now there's equities involved. Okay. Like we fucking dug it out with a garden shovel and a brush. Like, you don't get to have, this is my spot.
Yeah.
Okay. I paid for this in sweat and blood and they say tears came out. That's what they're saying.
I believe it.
Yeah, it was rough. It still is rough. It's the roughest. So anyways, I realize I'm not alone. I'm scrolling through TikTok. Okay. And it's a whole thing on the East Coast, from Boston to Philly to the District of Columbia. People are going apeshit over their spots. I've seen countless now videos of some asshole stealing someone's spot that they shoveled out. And then there are like borderline assault and battery disputes over the spot. Like there's one from Boston, and that's really a place where I don't think you should take someone's spot. I think they might kill you. Okay. So don't do it. Where this lady goes, move your fucking car. I got a knife. I got a knife. Yeah. And she's like, I'll slash your fucking tires, bitch. And I'm like, whoa, my God. I was like, I don't know about slashing. I might like untwist the little thing, let the air drain, but slash, please, ma'am, relax. Anyway. And it's so great because like all the commenters get it. This is about justice. This is about basic fairness. If you dig out the spot, that's your fucking spot. Yeah. And don't move somebody's space saver. So here's the best one.
Can I say?
Yes.
You know what it's like? It's like that meme that I feel like goes around every once in a while where people are like, you know, what's the litmus test of whether or not you are a good community-minded person is whether or not you return your grocery cart versus just leaving it.
Literally.
It's like
it's literally that. It's literally that. Yeah. So the craziest one, I think this one was in Philly, and you would never, ever catch me acting up in Philadelphia. And I say this with respect. Philadelphia, everyone there, one step away from fighting. Don't make them take that step towards you.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. As Kelsey McKinney told us, they practice climbing light poles on a greased pole. You think I'm going to mess with these people? Never. You couldn't pay me to mess with somebody from Philadelphia or even a recent transplant to Philadelphia. I'm not doing it. I won't do it. Anyway, so this lady stole somebody's spot. The neighborhood, and of course, we don't know who did it. Nobody saw anything, which is the best part of parking wars. Nobody saw anything. Okay. Anyway, she took someone's spot and the neighborhood came together, or some vigilante came and dug her car back in, covered it right back up with snow and ice, and packed her right back in. So she goes up to her neighbor's door, and this is all on the person's like doorbell camera. And she's like, hi, I'm just checking to see if you saw what happened to my car. And the person in the house is like, oh, what happened to your car? And she fucking knows what happened to this lady. Yeah. So she goes, oh, well, somebody threw snow and ice all over it. Somebody packed me in. Oh. And the lady goes, oh, did you steal someone's spot? And the answer is yes, she did. Yes, she did.
You know what I wish we had a drop of? And maybe I'll go make one. It's from our very first episode is that I also think about all the time is you saying, I love street justice. I
literally do. I love it when when two people have it out in the road. It's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. So basically that's what's happening. If people are stealing someone's spot, you're getting snowed back in. And the really smart people, and I'm not saying where I saw this, who could say who invented it, pour water around the tires so that it freezes overnight and you can't drive it. So if that's how you want to act, go ahead and take somebody's spot. Now, here's what happened to me, and then we can move on. My neighbor downstairs also spent like 2 or 3 hours digging out his car. He asked if he could use my cone. And I said, absolutely, you can use my cone. And so he put his cone in his spot. I go out there, and one of the construction workers who, by the way, has blocked off like 11 parking spots for their guys for the last 18 months. And I've said nothing about it. Not a word about it. Has moved, taken, because I don't even see it out there anymore, took my cone and then took my neighbor's parking spot. And I said, oh, I don't fucking think so. So I walked over to the construction site. By the way, they were all looking at me. I grabbed one of their cones and I went, yoink, making eye contact with all of them, and walked it back over and put it back by my car. Of course, the spot's still taken. So I write a note. By the way, it was very respectful. It was nice. I said, we spent 3 hours digging out this spot. Please be respectful of our neighborhood. Return my cone and do not park here again. Later that day, my cone was in its rightful place, and I have not seen that truck since.
Okay.
Parking wars, parking justice. You know what I'm saying?
Megan, 1.
Again, as always.
Spot thieves, 0. Now, let me ask you a moral quandary, Megan. Let me put to you a moral quandary.
Yes.
What if you take Carmela out somewhere?
Oh, I already know what you're going to ask me. Please continue. Yeah.
You come home, some jabroni has committed spot theft, taken your spot. Now you need to put Carmela somewhere. You see someone else's spot that is empty. Do you perpetuate the cycle of violence out of sheer desperation? What else? What other options do you have?
Lindy, it's such a question, and it's one I think of all the time. Okay, which is part of the reason why I've been reduced to taking the bus, because I'm so terrified of leaving my spot and having someone move my cone, my beloved cone that I freed from the ice.
Yeah, that cone is your son.
Yeah. DC Water allowed me to adopt that cone. And
That's right.
And he has a very happy home with me now. Anyways, I really can't give it too much thought. It's too stressful to even think about. I would never stoop to moving someone's space saver. So people use all sorts of things. I happen to have a cone, but people are using beach chairs. There's one guy up the street who's got a couple of bookcases that he uses. I got neighbors who are using like big outdoor flower pots that they put in their spot. So I would never move somebody's space saver. If there was an empty spot that didn't have one, I mean, I don't know. I think I might have to take it, but I would rather find a spot far away that was definitely not somebody's spot and walk.
in keeping with your values.
Yeah, I would do my best to really not try it, especially if not somebody on my own block. Yeah. It's getting a little bit better, but it's a complete shit show here. And truly, I think it's going to take months for the snow to melt because it's so compacted. I hate it.
Oh my God. So what's Adam doing? He's just been lucky?
Every day he leaves, he gets out of the car, puts the cone, and off he goes. And we have been so far lucky.
The cone has been respected. Interesting.
The cone has been respected.
Oh,
yes.
Brother, Megan.
I know. I hate it. It's one thing to get snow, but whatever this mixture is of Satan.
Well, Megan, I too got topsy-tailed by this storm.
You willingly entered the belly of the beast.
I did. I dove into the maelstrom for the sake of friendship. Yeah, so there's a little tradition every year. I go see my friends in Michigan, and we go to a lodge on Lake Michigan because it's crazy, but it's actually like really cheap to go to a lakefront lodge on Lake Michigan in January.
If anyone has any thoughts as to why, let us know.
The rooms?
That's like I went to Minneapolis one year to speak at like an electoral event. It was ahead of their statewide like legislative elections, and it was really fun. I got to meet like a lot these these candidates who were trying to flip, and they did, by the way, flip the Minnesota Senate back to DFL, which is the Minnesota version of the Democratic Party. And they were all really nice, and it was really great. And Minnesota in the summer is so beautiful. And I was like, God, man, maybe one day I would move to Minneapolis. It's so cute here, you know? And then I just was walking through downtown, and I was like, what's up with all these sky bridges, by the way? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's fucking heinous here. Weather-wise. Yeah. For like 8 out of the 12 months. So yeah.
The people are relegated to the tunnels,
the skies and the tunnels.
Yes. Like the people become the mole men. But okay, so we like to go, me and my knitting celebrity friends. It's a tradition that began with Samantha Irby and her wife's family. They've been going there forever and like having little winter getaways. And somehow I wrangled myself an invitation. I know. So what we do is we go and we sit by the fireplace in the common area, and we just chit chat and fester.
It's truly sensational that you can create a festering room wherever you go. Amazing,
I know.
Really.
So I can't miss Lodge Weekend. So I was determined to go this year. In the days leading up to my flight, we start to hear word of a devastating winter storm of death. Here's how it usually goes. I fly to Chicago. Jesse picks me up, and we drive a couple of hours to get to the lodge. I'm looking at the weather forecast for Chicago. It says -8. Feels like -14.
No.
I said, what's that?
When they hit you with the feels like, it's time to get on out of there.
And Megan, being from Seattle, born and raised, I don't know. Like, I have maybe experienced 27 feels like 20. Maybe it's been 20 feels like 19, but like this -8 feels like -26. I don't know what that means.
That's not anything.
I don't have an industrial grade coat that's like rated for that. You know what I mean? Kind of a situation.
I don't have that.
I don't have that. So I'm like,
that's like you're approaching territory where you'd need like literally the pelt of an Arctic animal to survive it. And I don't have that. So I'm texting Jesse and constantly, and I'm like, am I going to be able to get there? And also, because it's not actually a very convenient year for me to go, I had like a thing the night before, and then I have like a thing immediately. Like I shouldn't have gone, but Also, you texted me too, and I had a feeling you weren't really asking me. I knew you were going to go, but you're like, oh, do you think it'd be bad? Should I go? And I was like, nah, dude, that's crazy. I was like, I would never willingly fly into this because I was on like day 5 of losing my I can't go anywhere. Right. So I was like in a rough spot mentally, but please continue.
So I was like, because this was sort of inconvenient timing, I also had to drive myself from Chicago to the lodge because I was getting there late. So I was like, I don't know how to drive in the snow. I'm from Seattle. Yeah. I know you're supposed to like turn into the skid. What's the skid? What do you mean? I don't know.
You'll know it when it's happening.
Like I'm going to somehow Tokyo drift myself all the way to the lodge in one piece. I don't think so. So
frankly, I am shocked that you are alive.
I can't wait to tell you. Megan, you don't even know what actually happened. I have not updated you. So, like, I haven't texted you since I was on the plane. So I can't wait to tell you what happened. So So I'm getting more and more anxious. Jesse keeps being like, it's fine. This is a snowy place. They plow the roads. They salt the roads. Everything's flat. You're going to be on the interstate. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Then there's a new winter storm warning the day before I'm supposed to go. And it's like, FYI, going to be dumping more ice and snow in a dangerous way. And there's something called the lake effect.
Oh, boy.
And they're like, lake effect. And then it's showing a map of like where the lake effect is going to be. And it's just exactly like the highway the
interstate.
The exact part that I have to drive. So I'm like, what the fuck what am I doing? But at this point, I've orchestrated a whole surprise because they don't think I'm coming. Only Jesse knows that I'm coming.
Yeah.
So I'm like, now I'm excited about the surprise. I don't know. I'm also trying to be more adventurous, Megan. I'm trying to live a less fearful life. And
Sure.
I have to drive myself on my book tour in March all over this freaking country. So I'm like, you know what? I got to face my fears of driving in cold and snowy conditions. Maybe this is good practice. I'm going to do it. So I get on my plane. I fly across the country. We get to Chicago. We're sort of just hovering in the sky. We're circling. You know, we're
been there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're circling. We're going around and around. Now, I did spring for a first class ticket because there was a great hot deal. It was only a couple $100 more than a regular ticket. So I am I'm in first class. I'm comfortable.
When you're sort of horrifyingly circling your destination, the place you want to be is first class.
Oh my God.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
The pilot comes on the intercom and he's like, hey guys, so there's a winter storm happening. We got a lot of snow coming down in Chicago and they're working hard at the airport to clear the runways. But as of right now, only one runway is open. We got a lot of aircraft circling and they're only letting people land who are coming in from the other side, whatever that means, not this side. So sorry about the delay. We're going to keep circling for a while. Hopefully they'll let us land. But also too, as well, we are running out of fuel. We're running out of fuel. So we may have to reroute to Milwaukee just to fuel up and then get back in the sky, fly back to Chicago. And hopefully by then they'll have a runway open where we can land.
Ooh, sure.
So everyone is like, oh boy. But, I'm kind of like, well, I'm chilling here in first class. I've got some Biscoffs. I guess it's fine. I don't know. Captain hops on again. He's like, okay, we're still circling. They still won't let us land. And so we're going to reroute to Milwaukee and get some gas and come back. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's the plan. Kind of exciting. A little bit of drama, like
adventure. Which you're seeking now.
Exactly. A little winter adventure. Comes back on again. He's like, Milwaukee also snowed in. No runways are clear.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
If you can't get into Chicago, are you going to get into Milwaukee? I don't know.
No, you're not, Megan.
I don't think so.
No, you're not. So, okay. He's like, Milwaukee is a bust. Milwaukee's a no-go.
Yeah.
Instead, we're going to go to Indianapolis.
Ooh.
And we're going to get gas.
Downgrade.
There. So hold on to your butts. We're going to Indianapolis. We fly to Indianapolis. We land successfully in Indianapolis. It's a beautiful, clear day. We're sitting on the runway and they're like, okay, here's the deal. Come on the intercom again. Here's the deal. Chicago is not doing good.
Not in the cards.
At this point, all flights are grounded in Chicago. No one is allowed to land. Everyone's being diverted.
Oh.
And at this point, it's about, I think, 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock. We're on the ground in Indianapolis. And they're like, we're going to take off to go back to Chicago at 8 p.m. But we have to get back on the plane at 6:30 and then just sit on the runway for an hour and a half for some reason. And then hopefully when we get to Chicago, they'll have a runway open and we can land.
Ooh,
but it's
fingers crossed.
Yeah, still not guaranteed. I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell? I'm never going to get to this freaking lodge. I start beep boop booping on my little telephone, Megan.
Yeah.
I realize it's 2 hours from Chicago to the lodge. It's 3 hours from Indianapolis to the lodge.
Okay.
And no winter storm warning in between.
Mm-hmm.
Roads are clear. Horizon is sunny. I pull out my biggest adventure move yet, Megan.
Oh my God.
They say, okay, you guys can get off and stretch your legs and hang out in the airport for an hour before you have to get back on the plane. I grab my suitcase. I prance past these gate agents and I say, see you later. I'll be staying here in Indianapolis. I'm not coming back. You can give my seat to someone in coach. And they say, okay. And so
didn't care at all.
Didn't care at all. I grab all my stuff. Like, I thought they would be like, oh, are you going on an adventure? Wow, how adventurous of you. How spontaneous.
Why would they ask you that? They don't give a shit. They're trying to get this plane to Chicago, bud.
So I call the rental car company and I'm like, hello, can I change my reservation to Indianapolis? They were like, we don't have an office in Indianapolis, but don't. Wait. To my credit, I did the phone call before I announced to the plane that I
actually that is to your credit. Yes,
I made sure that I could secure a car before I did this.
Sensational. Yes,
I know. So I call and they're like, we don't have a car for you in Indianapolis, but you're not going to be charged for this rental. Mm-hmm. You're good to go. I was like, great. I go online. I find an all-wheel drive SUV from Thrifty Rent-A-Car in Indianapolis. It's, Megan, half the price of renting a car in Chicago. So I trot my little twinkle toes over to the Thrifty counter. I pick up my freaking car. First of all, I stepped out of this terminal into the Indianapolis 14 degrees. Oh, Megan, I said, this is my climate. The relief that I felt. I said, I'm at home.
That's so interesting.
My internal piggy furnace said, I took my coat off, Megan. Megan.
Pig DNA.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
You know, I think I flourish the best anywhere between it's got to be at least 40. I think I'm good up to 65 and then I'm too hot. But,
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that's my story. So then I got my car and I had a little road trip driving through Indiana.
Oh, there was no drama from Indianapolis to Michigan?
No, Megan.
Well, great.
The only drama was that I had to violate the general strike because I was so hungry, Megan.
Oh.
But yes. I had these lofty goals. I was like, okay, well, I'll find like a cute small business. No, Megan. All of Indiana is a strip mall.
Yeah.
So,
sorry.
But I did go to Panda Express, which is at least POC owned. So I got some orange chicken and then I got to the lodge at 10:30 p.m. I was supposed to get there around 5:30 p.m. So only 5 hours late. I came in, everyone screamed. It was very satisfying. And then that also unfortunately kicked off a pattern that would last the rest of the weekend where the lodge got mad at us for being too loud over and over.
Record, that happened last year as well. Sometime in between you potentially sexually harassing the barista.
Yeah, that's right. And also I tried to go back and find my boyfriend, the barista, but they were closed. So I didn't get to do that. But the lodge really kicked it up a notch this year, shushing us and getting mad at us because there was like an old white woman who was very upset and she managed to, she extorted a free t-shirt from them. The lodge was overheard saying to this lady, "I'm sorry about your unpleasant experience."
Oh, God.
And it was such an insulting injustice that we had to make multiple complaints to them about our treatment because I'm sorry, you have a common area for socializing and you have posted quiet hours that we did not violate.
Yeah. So what the fuck?
It's called having community laughter and friendship at your establishment that we, by the way, we buy out like half the rooms because there's like,
what the hell?
Because there's 20 teenagers that come and then Also, by the way, too, the woman who was the other guest who came down to complain and to, by the way, scold us, fellow adults, hey, I don't need you to come talk to me like I'm a child. You would have you would have lost your mind. And
I don't stand for getting shushed. I really don't.
Oh my God. She was
even if I'm in the wrong, I don't want to hear it. Shut the fuck up. Get away from me before I kill you. Okay.
Megan, you would have fucking lost it. She comes in, she goes, you guys really need to keep it down. I am in the room right above you and I can hear you all day and you have to abide by the quiet hours. And we were like, yeah, it's not quiet hour. It's 9 p.m.
Why are you sleeping at 7:30 at night?
And by the way, if you have trouble sleeping, bring your earplugs, ma'am.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like, as Jesse said, sounds like a skill issue if you can't sleep.
Seriously,
no, not our fault.
I don't have a problem. Get some melatonin and some earplugs.
Literally. Then also, Megan, there were 2 evil white man incidents. One was an old white man walked into the center of our circle where we're just all sitting and talking. He goes, I have to ask, who are you?
Who the fuck are you? Ew.
That's what Jessie said. She said, who are you? He said, I'm Dave, and I come here all the time.
Well, good for you, Dave. Get the fuck out of my face.
And then...
hello, I'm your mom. Fuck off.
Then this other man came. He was wasted. He came. He sat down in a chair in the circle. He said, I'm just going to sit with you guys. We said, okay. No. This man goes, hey, have you ever played around with AI? You can make yourself look like a 90s rock star.
Oh. Wow.
So anyway, there were men committing heinous crimes all around us, and yet we were the only ones targeted for punishment. So that was my time in the ice and snow. But I will say that my driving was absolutely flawless, and I encountered no problems, and I didn't skid once.
Oh, look at her. Isn't she fancy? Mm-hmm. Well, if you are locked into the Snowcrete snowstorm, let us know how you're surviving. How are you staying swole in your homes? Honestly, it's just giving COVID. I think that's why I'm having such a hard time with it. Can't go anywhere. Can't do anything. Yeah. Just doing stupid fucking shit in my house. I want to punch someone. Do you know what I mean? So giving early days of COVID a little bit is driving me nuts, but let us know how you're coping. Email us at deartextmeback@gmail.com or give us a call, 703-829-0003. And now I suppose we should take a break. And when we come back, we're ending the show.
Not forever.
Not forever. Just for now, for today, for this week. Relax. Well, Lindy.
Well, Megan.
She's just a baby at the end of the day. Speaking of babies, and also speaking of how earlier I said I adopted a safety cone from DC Water, I want to speak on something really quick because a couple people have messaged us about this. Few weeks, I don't know, whenever ago, we were talking about Antiques Roadshow and how this family sold an old jug for 6 figures and then used that money to fund their adoption of a Guatemalan infant.
Yep.
I didn't mention one thing, and then a couple of people emailed in about it, and I just want you to know, I regret not mentioning this, but I do know about it, which is this. They do like a follow-up about this jug, and that's how I know that the guy ultimately decided to auction it off and whatever. The Antiques Roadshow production people then facilitate a reunion between the original jug owners and the jug. And that's how the kid, who's now at the time, I think was maybe 12 or 13 or something, that's how he comes to meet the jug that funded his adoption. Now, the dad, this is kind of sad. So now the dad, whose family originally owned the jug, the patrilineal line of the jug. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. He has since passed away. Since selling the jug, he died. So it's just the mom and the kid who have to sit in a room with the auctioneer and the jug and talk about what the jug means to their family. And it kind of turns into a sort of makeshift memorial for the man who passed away after selling the jug. It's so crazy that I didn't mention it.
Yeah.
But then a couple people were like, oh, you skipped the best part, which was when they had a memorial service for the dad in front of the jug. And I was like, yeah, they did do that. But yeah, give it a watch. It's on Netflix. You can see the jug. And it's, by the way, this jug is enormous. It's taller than the child. It's so big. It's like 5.5 feet tall. It's really big.
The jug delivered a beautiful eulogy.
Yes, it was lovely for everyone. And they all kind of talk about what the jug means to their family. It's really something. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for keeping me honest about the jug.
Does a person like to hear, hey, son, we traded this jug for you?
Seems a little weird to me. I'm just saying it's a little strange. But I don't. Nobody asked me. So I'm not a part of it.
Meagan, do you want to address the allegations?
Which ones?
That Stephen, that Jingleheimer Stephen made in the Discord?
Unfortunately, we're going to have to excommunicate someone from our community for the first time ever. And he's a multiple award-winning Jingleheimer, too. He goes by the name of Stephen. And he composed Segment Pubes and Normal News, two what I formerly believed to be bangers of the Text Me Back jingle genre.
Not only that, he's a member of the Glad Tidings Choir.
He is a member of the Glad Tidings Choir. That is true. And he had the frickin' audacity. Okay. Let me tell you something. Text Me Back podcast is not in favor of accountability. I don't know where you guys are getting this from, but we're against it. Don't ever speak to me about the things I do.
That's right.
And the internal consistency thereof.
That's right.
Excuse me, the internal inconsistency. That's none of your business, Stephen. Anyway, so Stephen rolls up in the Discord talking about Meagan and Lindy, tell us what they like or don't like about TV shows for 25 minutes. Meagan, same segment, I don't like it when people tell me what they like or don't like about media. Stephen, why would you say that?
Yeah.
Don't say that. Oh, is it true? Yeah. Who cares?
It's in the Constitution of Meagan that what Meagan says doesn't apply to Meagan.
Doy. Like, actually, I know this is so toxic and I need to talk to my therapist about it, but actually I firmly believe I'm such a fan of the rules. However, they don't apply to me. Do you know what I mean? It's like, everyone is violating the social compact.
Yeah.
Except for me. Like when I get cut off when I'm driving, I'm like, death to them all, as Wendy Williams would say. But when I cut somebody off, that's justice.
That's right.
That's equality.
That's
human rights when I do it. Okay.
No one is more angry, more mad, and wrathful, and hungry for revenge than you when someone else does a small crime. We're talking desk tickets. They don't even rise to the level of misdemeanors here. Okay. Meagan's out for blood.
Death penalty for anyone who leaves their shopping cart in front of the thing I need.
And yet
I am allowed to do it.
When Meagan does it, well, the thing that you have to understand is that she needed to or wanted to.
And I think it's really important to acknowledge that that's praxis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stephen.
Mhm.
So don't speak to me again. Okay.
You know what Stephen committed by doing accountability to you?
Segment views.
Ha-ha! We've used your own words against you, Stephen. We've used your own melodies against your ass. No, he's right to say it.
Yeah.
I guess.
And Stephen, I agree, because I am constantly wounded by Megan's double standards, because I want to recommend things to Megan all the time, and I know I can't because it's a poisoned well. It's
I am working
I know
on it.
and honestly, like, we love that, and that's a part of who you are and the beautiful tapestry of your beauty.
They're saying I'm really, really pretty. That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying. But no, Stephen, thank you for the feedback. I will be internalizing it.
The police are on their way to your home for jail.
No, that's not true. Stephen, that's not true.
She doesn't know what I get up to. She's not the boss of me, Stephen.
Megan, thanks to the snowcrete, Megan is trapped in her home, and she
the phones still work. No. Anyway, it was really funny. I actually laughed at it for a good 35 seconds.
You know what's funny, Megan? Speaking of Megan's internal inconsistencies, if the wrong person sent you that comment on the wrong day, actual death penalty.
Yeah. You think I can't find you? Oh, you think I can't find you?
But when Stephen did it, we loved it, and it was so funny.
I know, I laughed. And that speaks to the goodwill of the community of Text Me Back podcast.
That's right. That's right.
None of you are allowed to ever shush me. That is a line that cannot be uncrossed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But if you are a Jingleheimer, a many times over Jingleheimer, who is a beloved participant in our Patreon, you may joke about my flaws once per annum. We're going to add that to the Freakaconda tier. You can hold Megan accountable once per calendar year.
Yeah. And even I don't get that privilege.
Yeah, I know. Well, you don't pay.
I know. No. I should subscribe just so I can tell you. Oh, what would I pick?
Yeah, what would you pick? Think about it. We'll tell them next week.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for listening. Patreon.com/textmebackpod is where you can subscribe to support our program. If you enjoyed this, let us know how you're coping with the weather. Make sure you pre-order / regular order adult braces.
Oh, let me say something about that.
Go on.
I recently learned, okay, so the way that you get on the New York Times bestseller list is through pre-orders only. And specifically pre-orders of hardcover physical books. So
interesting.
Yeah. So that's the part I didn't know, that ebooks and audiobooks don't count toward the
That's stupid.
Well, so there is something called the combined list, which still counts, I think, but the prestigious thing that you want to aim for is the new hardcover nonfiction list. And for that, I have to sell actual physical hardcover books. So I'm just saying, if you're thinking about pre-ordering adult braces, if you think you might eventually read it, why not order it now, and why not order it in hard copy? Hello. Beep, boop,
Much
boop.
to think about. And soon, very soon, there will be dates for your book tour. So stay tuned there and get into it.
And order from your local indie bookstore if you can, because we're trying to keep all these babies afloat.
Yeah. Since the owner of the famous book website, which now also sells garbage, like actual pieces of trash, bought the Washington Post and is now tearing it apart. So I don't think your local bookseller would do that. So maybe check that out. What is it? IndieBound or bookshop.org can point you in the right direction as to where to get it. So
I buy everything from Bookshop. It's great. It's easy.
Great website.
Okay. Oh, and also we have merch. You can go to our merch page. It's listed in our link tree on Instagram. And you can also subscribe to Newsletter Me Back, which I am attempting to do weekly. So far, so bad. But I sometimes accomplish it.
Producer Allie, not happy with you.
You know, want to know something? Something that I was scared to tell you earlier because I'm a paranoid person who lives in fear of people being mad at me.
Yes.
I got a new phone and I could not figure out how to get back into Slack on my new phone. And so I didn't see any of producer Allie's messages. But then I finally figured it out. I was like, you know what, Lindy? Instead of just texting Megan, LOL, haha, cannot figure out how to get back into Slack. Aren't I stupid? Haha. Which I think at a certain point stops being funny.
Yep.
When you're trying to work with me. I said, you know what I said? I said, how about I just figure out how to get back into Slack?
And I wanna validate that thought process. Because, and I'd also like to validate your paranoia because that would have made me really mad.
Yeah.
So thank you.
I figured it out. And I'm
proud of you. That's nice.
You know, it's just living in this world of all these passwords, Megan. And the thing where it's like, sometimes it's not that you made a password. It's that you clicked sign in through Google or Apple or Facebook.
That's the thing. That's the thing that always fucks me up.
That's where I was. I was staring at that screen being like, oh, Lord, what did I use?
Yeah.
To get into this.
I use a password manager, which has been a real game changer. However, sometimes the password manager is like, you don't have a password saved for this website. And then I say, well, now whose fault is that?
I also use the password manager and sometimes comes through beautifully and sometimes says, I don't know her.
I've never heard of this website. I said, you haven't? You've not heard of this website?
We talked. You popped up.
You were in the group chat.
You were in the group chat. What do you mean you don't know about it? So anyway,
thank you for listening. We are leaving now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Mwah.
Text me back. Text me back. Text me back.